Tears for a beloved mother and grandmother, heartbroken royals led by Princess Anne, Prince Edward and Prince Andrew embrace and share emotional moment of unity as they stop to read tributes at Balmoral service to honour Queen. The late Queen's close family publicly grieved over the death of the elderly monarch at a private church service in Balmoral this afternoon, as Prince Andrew consoled his weeping daughters Eugenie and Beatrice, before making a touching tribute about his mother and thanking well-wishers who laid floral tributes outside the gates of the Aberdeenshire estate. Dressed smartly in a suit, white shirt and black tie, the Queen's second son, who was exiled from public life after his car crash Newsnight interview about his friendship with billionaire pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, said, "We've been allowed one day, now we start the process of handing her on." Cameras also captured the moment that the Duke of York wrapped his arms around his family, including his brother and sister-in-law Prince Edward and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, shortly after getting out of a cavalcade of Range Rovers, before waving to a crowd of mourners at the Aberdeenshire estate who applauded the senior royals. Three of the Queen's four children, the Princess Royal, the Duke of York and Earl of Wessex, joined the Countess of Wessex, Anne's husband, Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence, and the Queen's grandchildren Peter Phillips, Zara Tindall, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, and Lady Louise Windsor for a walkabout after attending a prayer service at Crathy Kirk. The family spent just under 10 minutes intently reading the tributes and admiring the flowers before they returned inside Balmoral Castle. Edward, accompanied by his wife who was holding hands with their daughter Lady Louise, thanked well-wishers lining the route back to Balmoral Castle. Hearing one group had come from Glasgow to show their support, he said, "Thank you very much for coming all that way, we appreciate it." It comes as King Charles III paid tribute to the reign of the late Queen, unequalled in its duration, its dedication and its devotion, as he was formally declared the nation's new monarch during a poignant and sombre meeting of the Accession Council at St James's Palace in London. People are still leaving flowers and other tributes at both Balmoral Castle in Aberdeenshire, and at the Palace of Holyrood House in Edinburgh, where one visitor left a copy of Michael Bond's book Paddington at the rainbow's end. A note written on it said simply, "One last story ma'am." A reference to Her Majesty's skit with the beloved children's character for the Platinum Jubilee. With many heading for Balmoral in Aberdeenshire, where the Queen died on Thursday, the authorities there urged people not to drive to the castle. Aberdeenshire Council issued a reminder that there is no vehicle access to Balmoral for leaving floral tributes, saying people should instead use park and ride services from the nearby villages of Ballater and Braemar. Please note services are expected to be very busy, so please allow plenty of time for your journey, the statement added. Meanwhile in Edinburgh, outside the Palace of Holyrood House, a table was set up where two security guards were cutting the plastic off bunches of flowers so that people can lay them on the ground. Stewards and police officers told the PA news agency the plastic is being removed for environmental reasons and to make it easier to replant the flowers later on. Families with young children waited patiently to pay their respects to the beloved monarch. Among them was Ewan Masson, his wife Emma and their children Ethan, 10 and Ellie, 9. Mr. Masson, 38, from nearby Inverurie, said, "We've come to pay our respects to a wonderful woman and thank her for her 76 years of service." Nicola Williams, 41, drove north from Fife with her husband Jeff, 43, and their daughters Emily, 6, and Holly, 4. She said, "The Queen has been a constant in all our lives for such a long time. So we've come here to pay our respects to someone who was always there for us." She was a great example to all women. And so I want my daughters to be able to remember her by coming here today. William Bottomley, his wife Karen and his mother Philippa brought his 3 young children to Balmoral. Grandmother Philippa said, "We have come to pay our respects to a wonderful woman. It is something we had to do." Jackie McIntosh, 69, traveled from Aberdeen with partner John Coots, 49, and sister Aileen Mitchell, 66, to pay their respects to the Queen at Balmoral. As the senior royals walked along greeting the crowds, Andrew asked her, "Where have you come from? How long have you been waiting?" Airport worker Jackie said, "It is very sad to see them, they are a family at the end of the day." Prince Andrew asked how long we had waited. "It was great to see them all together." Partner John added, "It's only been a couple of days since they lost their mother, like the rest of us they are human, no one expected this." "It was decent of them to speak with us.